Morning!
Well, happy Saturday morning. I can't believe it was a week ago. I was in Connecticut this time last weekend, but it's gonna be back home.
And a week ago there was a bunch of snow on the ground.
There was a bunch of snow, and the snow is gone.
Was not good.
Now, which is really fun.
Yep.
And so our weekend isn't too busy, which is nice. You were getting some tractors out of the shed for my dad because field work will start soon, which is kind of fun. I just love spring because it's like there's like life, you know, like it's just.
We've been cooped up in our house all winter.
Which, speaking of life, we mentioned a little bit last weekend about the trees Tom was buying, and there were some questions about what type of trees and where we're getting them from. So we'll link the websites down below where you purchase them from, but what types?
I should probably tell you where I got them from.
Yeah, no, you'll need to tell me that so I can link it below.
100 maples.
Sugar maples, so they're the type that you can
tap them, yeah.
Tap.
Yep.
We don't know if we'll ever do that, but at least we'll have the option.
That's what we got. 10 autumn blaze maples, which get crazy red in the fall, or they're supposed to. 80 poplar shade trees. A couple oak trees. 20 or so evergreens.
Yeah.
And none of them are seedlings. They're
all at least a foot, right?
I think the smallest ones are a foot. The other, I'd say the bulk of them are between 2 and 3 feet.
Okay. And they're all around $1 to $2 a piece? I don't want to know. Never mind. We'll link it down below.
You can look at the website.
Don't want to know. Okay, so the reason we're getting so many trees, so we have 30 acres, but a lot of it's farmland. So we don't want to fill it all with trees. But we do want to just create a little more privacy around our house.
So when we bought this place, you couldn't see the road. The tree lines were just thick and you couldn't see the road at all. But the problem with it was just scrubby trees choking out the 50-foot pine trees. Mm-hmm. So I thought we went through, yanked out and cut out all the scrubby, junky, gross trees. And now you can see clear to the road, which is fine, but we don't want to see the road.
Right. So the poplar trees will grow
super fast
to at least 8 feet a year, and they're the shade variety. So they kind of look like a maple in their stature, but they only last 30 to 40 years. So
which is still a long time.
For us, right? We're like 30, 40 years. That's like practically a lifetime. So we're gonna put those in first to kind of get our privacy back.
Yep.
And then also plant the harder wood trees and the evergreens because they stay green all year.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, we spaded in maybe a dozen or 14, I think 12 or 14, 6 to 8 foot pine trees. So those are fairly good size, but in relation to the 50-foot ones next to it, they look like babies.
They still look little, yeah. So that's why we're buying all these trees. I appreciated everyone who said, yes, let Tom buy more trees. The problem is watering them. And so, we get a fair amount of rain throughout the summer in Minnesota, but there are still stretches where every single tree will need to be watered. And so that was my hesitation towards letting Tom buy more trees. The other thing is that these poplars, apparently deer love them. So we're gonna have to do something so that the deer don't just
I'm hoping to be able to deer hunt from our front.
I don't know if we can say that.
Okay.
So there is some maintenance involved with this and some work. And once in a while in the past, maybe Tom's had these really good ideas and then I have to maintain them. And so
I don't know what she's talking about.
So if anyone would like to come and help water, then yes, we will definitely plant more trees.
So we put, 3 years ago, we put probably 16 trees in the ground. And it was a lot of watering. We have a big watering trailer behind a 4-wheeler.
And they were bigger trees, so they were bigger trees, more water.
Yeah.
But then we also
they were a bigger investment, so I definitely didn't want to lose any of them.
But we have a garden that will be also taken care of.
But we're trying to get that kind of streamlined with drip irrigation and raised beds, and so hopefully that'll be less.
And our kids are getting to the age where they can help. So anyway, so I think 250 trees now that we're up to will be plenty.
No. I think it's like 215.
Okay, well that's all.
Not even close to 250.
Yeah. So we'll show you. We're really curious. We've heard really good things about these poplar trees with how fast they grow. So
and a lot of people think they're junk trees, which they probably are, but so how we're planting them, we're planting them in a way so that when our good evergreens get up big how we want, then we're just gonna wipe them back out.
Yeah.
So essentially we're encroaching into our field, so our income producing area, for more privacy. So
Yep.
Yep.
So that's our plan with all the trees. I do like that they're starting out kind of big enough. I know some of you had said that you've planted seedlings and then they haven't taken or they haven't grown.
No, none of them are
So
seedlings.
we know ourselves and we wouldn't do as well with that. They'd get mowed over with the lawnmower.
Nope, not gonna. That was my childhood. Every tree we planted as a kid, gone.
Yeah. We might have done that a time or two at our house too. But yeah, so we'll keep you posted. We'll show you as we
Well,
plant
and not
them
only to provide privacy, that's our wind. Like,
Yeah,
so in the
a wind
wintertime
break,
we get massive drifts through our driveway and into our yard.
Yeah.
And so if we can build a
Wind
tree
break.
line to windbreak all that, then hopefully plowing in the wintertime would be a lot easier.
Yeah. So Tom's gonna work on, you've been working on cleaning out some of the tree lines some more. We've done a section, but there's a lot. So you're gonna keep working on that today. I started painting this room, that's why we're in here.
Who knew she was gonna do that?
We've been in this house, so it was just the 3-year anniversary this past week. And right away we had to do projects like roof and just like burying the power lines and all these like really not fun things. And so now that we're at like the 3-year mark, I'm like, this is the last room that hasn't been painted. And I'm like, I just want the whole house like pulled together, and I feel like we're really close to that. So,
and yes, if you do see the outside of our house in videos, it is not completely sided yet.
Yep, that will be happening after we get these trees in our garden planted as well.
That's what happens when you have 17 projects going on at a time, and you just decide which one is the most important.
And when you do it all. So we're grateful that Tom can do it, but yeah, you guys, you know how it goes.
It just takes time, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep working on painting this room. The girls have a piano recital this afternoon, so we'll have to stop and switch gears for that. But otherwise, hopefully we can get the room done, keep going on the trees, and the kids are just playing outside because it's so nice out finally.
Yeah, and for some reason they came back inside a little while ago saying that they didn't want to play outside anymore.
Yeah.
There's not a cloud in the sky. What is it?
Yeah, but it's funny because then, you know, they'll do that. They'll come in to like go to the bathroom, and then they don't want to, you know, then we find them staying inside or they're bored. But then we just send them back inside, and now they were finding worms to give to the chickens.
Yeah, they're digging in the dirt looking for worms.
Like they were making a fairy garden, jumping on the trampoline. Just keep sending them back outside. They'll be happy.
Yesterday they decided that they were going to start picking up sticks around the yard. I was like,
they want to have we have to do this though later too.
Yeah,
they want to have a
campfire,
so they will. Yeah,
which is fine. We have plenty of branches to burn.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I'm going to discuss my design plans with our friends for this room. So I don't think you care about that.
Not really. And I'm pretty sure whatever you want to do in here.
Yep.
Rock on.
Thank you. So this room had actually taken on kind of like a red and blue theme, which ironically matches our kitchen now, but just because we had gotten red pillows with this couch, originally we picked out the blue curtains before we knew anything else that was going in here. And then we moved the toy bins in here because the kids don't play with them as much anymore. So those are black. The girls have their black piano. So I thought, well, you know, I haven't really jumped on the black and white bandwagon. In fact, I have never bought white paint before for a room before, but I was like, you know what? You're never gonna know if you like it unless you try it. And so I was at Walmart yesterday. I saw this pillow. It's kind of like a gray and cream, which I think will go with the couch well. And then these curtains I'd gotten, I actually just put them up in my office, but I'm gonna move them in here now. So I got 2 more panels of this that I really like. They're just kind of a gray and cream as well. So I don't know if that's actually gonna go with the white walls or not, but I'm just gonna try it and I'm gonna see if I like it, because I can return the pillows and the curtains and it's really not that big of a risk. so my hope is to just get this room painted quick today before we have to go to the piano recital. The kids will be outside with Tom, and so hopefully I can just knock it out really quickly. If there's one thing I can do fast is paint. I have a lot of experience, I have a lot of practice, and I really like edging. So I don't really usually make too big of a mess with it, and it goes pretty quick. So I'm excited to get that done. And like I said, we've been in our house for 3 years now, and so we've just always had projects going on, whether it was gutting the bathroom or our whole yard was ripped up for different things. And so I feel like those big projects are kind of behind us now. And so I'm excited just to kind of get this room pulled together, and then to feel like the whole house just kind of reflects our style and it's more kind of what we want it to be. Oh, and also, so we have to bring like bars or cookies to the girls' piano recital today. I really like these lazy chocolate chip cookie bars. I came across this recipe like a few years ago, but it is so easy because it's just a cake mix and eggs and butter and a bag of chocolate chips, and you literally just melt the butter, beat it with the eggs, mix in the cake mix, and then fold in the chocolate chips, throw it in a greased pan at 350 for like 20 minutes. We'll put some sprinkles on top to make it look fancy, but they're really good. People always say like how good they are, but they're so easy to put together. So that's my plan for that. It's always nice to have those kind of like quick go-to recipes. So I'll link to that recipe down below along with all of the tree links. I'll get those from Tom and put those down below too. But I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you have a good day. And oh, I also have a blog post down below with all of the paint colors in our house because we get asked questions about that. But I hope you have a really good weekend. Thank you for watching, and coming up this week I'm excited. I visit with Elisa again about how to tell if our kids are overscheduled and what is that really great point of enough activities but not too many for kids. We'll be talking about that on Thursday, so I'm excited to share that with you all. So be sure to subscribe so you're notified when new videos are released. A thumbs up is the best compliment that you can give us, and I hope you have a really good day. And by popular demand, like 99% of you said leave the sliding door white, so we're gonna leave it white, so I'm gonna get a fresh coat of paint on that as well.